on Wednesday night. A lot of them, the first game is the Knicks losing to Orlando Magic. Somehow that seemed like a surprise to me. I expected Knicks to win. Magic, they got everybody out. On the Knicks side, Reggie Bullock not interested. And Julius Randle, 25 points, 7 rebounds, and nothing. Good efficiency and nothing else. I am keeping my eye on mainly the steal numbers. Sorry, the assist numbers and the free throw numbers for Julius Randle. I think the arrival of D Rose, the assist is gonna dip a bit, but as long as he's healthy, he should give you a 20-10. He should average 20-10 and a couple of assists as well. Nerlens Noel, 30 minutes, 4 fouls, only 1 steal. This is in the short term, yeah, he's gonna get way more. He's gonna get way more playing time, and he should grab you more rebound playing 30 minutes. I just don't know how many more stocks is he gonna give you. Like, he's gotta realize he can't be that aggressive playing 30 minutes versus playing 17, where he can just go for those steals and blocks. You're still very, very strong. Like I said earlier, I would still package him and another guy for Miles Turner if you truly want those stocks. RJ only played 26, 2 personal fouls. I think arrival of D Rose is definitely hurting him a bit now that only Randall is playing 30 minutes. It used to be RJ playing 30 minutes every single night. Still put up decent stat, good efficiency most importantly. 15 points, a steal and block, but in category leagues, because he hurts your percentages, he has the potential to really ruin your free throw at any given night. So I wouldn't really hold on to him if he's only going to play 26, 27 minutes. Alfred Payton, not interested, although he did put up good stats in 23 minutes. Derrick Rose struggled pretty hard, 1 for 10, 16 minutes. He should be better than this, and none of those Knicks guard, they're must rostered at the moment. Tom Thibodeau's got to figure out the rotation. And, everybody's playing like 20, 25 minutes. Taj Gibson, 16 minutes. Alec Burks, 25, not interested. Derrick Rose, I think, he probably does offer the best value out of all the guards, but still, if you're going to play under 25 minutes pretty much every night, it's hard to hold on to him. Emmanuel quickly, 1 for 12. Yeah, collectively, Knicks, they just shot horribly, other than Julius Randle. On the Orlando Magic side, Vucevic shot the ball horribly, but 16-16, really, really strong. Evan Fournier came back. He's a guy that's going to give you, he's going to average 18 points, but nothing else. A little bit threes. Not a steals guy, not a big assist guy either. Michael Carter-Williams is a pickup in the short term. Played 30 minutes, 7 assists and a steal. He can give you that. The efficiency might be rough and doesn't really offer anything else. He should grab you some rebound as well. But in the short term, as long as Cole Anthony, the news is that he won't be back until All-Star break. So yeah, you want to pick him up. As you also want to pick up Terence Ross. Another huge game from him. 30 minutes, 30 points, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He's gonna be very inconsistent. And just remember, he shot like 25% on 20 attempts the past 2 games. Finally, a good shooting night. 5 for 6 from 3. They did play the Knicks, who should be a pretty good defensive team. Pick him up, see what happens. I don't think he's a must roster. He's gonna be up and down, but he's worth rostering. Guys like Dwayne Bacon, Gary Clark, even in 30 minutes, I'm not interested in them at all. Let's move on to the next team, the Atlanta Hawks, beating the Boston Celtics. Celtics is getting beat left and right. They do have some injuries, but Cam Reddish played pretty well, 2 steals. He's like Dante DiVincenzo with worse field goal percentage. But if you need some steals, he's been getting 30 minutes pretty consistently. He should give you like 1.2, 1.3 steals. So, you can grab him. John Collins, 20 points, really good efficiency, but it just seems so empty. And 5 personal fouls, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, only 1 block. I view him as a top 45 or 50 guy, not like the 7th ranked player like he was last year in category leagues. The rebound with the arrival of Clint Capella definitely suffered quite a bit, and the block, if he's not playing at the center, the block number is also a bit low. Clint Capella played 32 minutes, 13 rebounds and a block. This is what he gives you. And he's going to throw your free throw, some nights, right? You just don't really want this guy to shoot your free throws. Really good field goal. 24 points is also. Kemba Huerter in the short term, a pickup. Didn't do anything here. 2 steals is nice, but the minutes is there. He should have nice production. In this game, because Trae Young just went off, 8 assists, so everybody's production also dipped a bit, maybe. They scored 122 points, so that's impressive. 8 turnovers. We know Trae Young can occasionally pop off for 40 points. 8 for 8 from the free throw line, 4 threes. This is another thing with Trae Young this season. Is just he's not making that many threes. On a game he scored 40 points. He only had 4 threes. A lot of mid range, a lot of driving to the hood layups. 8 assists, 2 steals. The steals numbers is also very, very nice. So if the steal numbers stay at 0.7, 0.8, I just don't really see Trae Young pushing up to 25, top 25. After a game like this, he's still ranked 44th, averaging 0.8 steals. The steals gotta go up. Gallinari played 25 minutes, only went to the free throw line once. This is mainly where majority of his value is from. He played 25, 30. He does have some value. Not a must roster, not for everybody. Mainly the only thing he offers is the free throw. On the Boston Celtics side, Jason Tatum went off. 11 for 21, 10 for 11, 35 points. I said I would be very comfortable trading him for Zach LaVine. Although Zach LaVine's ranking at the moment, Zach LaVine also went off yesterday. At the moment, it's better than Jason Tatum, but I think Jason Tatum should be better than Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is shooting 52% on the season. Just don't really think that's gonna continue happening. Tristan Thompson, in the short term, you want to grab him for rebound. He had 3 steals here because they played the Atlanta Hawks, who like to give out a lot of stock. So yeah, Sammy Ojeleye keeps starting, keeps doing nothing, and Jaylen Brown shooting for off 6 for 20, but the free throw line is 8 for 8. I think I said it earlier. Jaylen Brown is just lottery. Efficiency-wise, sometimes 70%, sometimes 30%. Free throw, sometimes 50%, sometimes 100%. Assists, sometimes 0, sometimes 7. Right? Obviously, the defensive stats are up and down for everybody, but just I view him as a top 40 guy. Let's see what he's 37. I think this is what he should be. But the field goal has come down a bit, only at 50.7. After like another bad game or two, maybe come down to 40, 49, 48. I think 47, 48 is probably where he should be. Peyton Pritchard did not start because Kemba is out. Came off the bench, had 2 assists. Just want to see the assist number go up. That's where his wing value going to come from. But he didn't do that this game. And Robert Williams in the short term also has some value because with Thighs out, he should get 20 minutes. And in 20 minutes, he can do enough damage in 20 minutes. Let's go to the next game. The Sixers beating the Houston Rockets 118-113. DeMarcus Cousins had himself a great game versus Joel Embiid. Only 3% of fouls versus him too, and played 36 minutes. You obviously hold on to him until Wood comes back, but just worry when Wood does come back, how much value is he really going to have? Really, really good game. Good efficiency, 4 threes. 8 rebounds. This is what DeMarcus Cousins can do. He can really fill up the stat sheet. Like everything. Assists, steal, blocks, rebound, threes, points, scoring. Efficiency could be rough sometimes. Eric Gordon finally came back. Had 6 assists. 17 points. He does have some value. Many points. John Wall also took 24 shots. 28 points, 7 assists, 2 steals and block, 7 turnovers. The main problem with John Wall is that he's a mini Westbrook when it comes to bad efficiency. Be bad from the field goal, free throw. He had a couple of rough nights. Okay here, 80%, and 7 turnovers. That's just really high. But he should have enough usage on this team to help you boost in other categories. But his ranking in 9 category is going to be very bad, right? We already know because of the efficiency. He's ranked 116th, despite averaging 20 points and 6 assists. I want to see his steal numbers up a little bit, only averaging 1 steal for the season. I think that can improve. Everything else, probably stay the same. Just hope his efficiency can improve. Daniel House only 20 minutes. If he put together a few nice games, only 20 minutes here. Not sure exactly why. Jason Tate is also, those guys worth taking a look. Jason Tate has some defensive upside, honestly. Bad from the free throw, 7 for 11 is nice. From the field, 3 steals. That's what I mainly look at, and 5 personal fouls. Added in 4 assists. That's nice. Everybody's assisting on the Rockets team. Liking the system. Everybody gets some assists. 3-4 assists for a guy like Jason Tate is good. It help him boost his fantasy value as well. Sterling Brown played 26 minutes. Also filled up the stat sheet. Also 5 personal fouls. But struggle from the field. David Nwaba, like those guys, Jason Tate, Daniel House, David Nwaba, those guys can all come, play 25 minutes, give you some defensive stats, and hit some threes. Right? David Nwaba actually had himself a pretty nice game. A steal and 2 blocks, 10 rebounds, those are really valuable in fantasy. But those guys are not very consistent, and the minutes are inconsistent, so I wouldn't roster them full time. On the Sixers side, Joel Embiid, another 31 point. He is it looks like he's just going to continue doing this all season. Destroying the opposition, averaging 30 points. 11 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and 1.2 blocks. Really, really scary stuff on Joel Embiid. 6 turnovers, not worried about it. And 2 steals. This is one thing. His steal numbers has been insane. 1.3 steals, he got 2 here. The blocks numbers has been down. Okay. So maybe the blocks is going to stay at the below 1.5. The steal is going to be around 1.3. That's still good. I would take it. Right? Maybe you want him to get more blocks, but, I trade steals for blocks. Even the blocks is a bit more valuable than steals. Just little bit. The free throw is nice. The efficiency is okay. Another great game. And 9 assists. He has been so good this season. The only problem with him is injury. He's going to miss games here and there. That's the only problem. And I worry if the Sixers do lock this number 1 seed, is Joel Embiid going to, I don't know, the minutes is going to be as high as like 37 minutes every single game? I don't know. Only injury is the only concern at this point moving forward. Tobias Harris, 37 minutes. Also brought in the defensive stats, a steal and 2 blocks. He's just so not inconsistent, so consistent, giving you the points and rebound. A huge game from him as well. Ben Simmons is out, so they got to take up the slack. Danny Green, 36 minutes, 2 blocks, 4 threes, a streamer. Seth Curry, efficiency is back, 8 for 13. He's worth taking a look. If he shoots like this, yes, but just be ready to drop him whenever that falls off, right? And his upside is really not that high. Just no defensive stats and no assists on most nights. Matisse Thybulle played 31. This is what this man can do. 4 steals and a block. 5 points. If he gets 30 minutes every game, he's a must roster. Had 5 personal fouls because he's probably, those guys are aggressive on defense. So 5 personal fouls here. Ben Simmons is out, so just hopefully can see Matisse Thybulle getting more and more minutes, bring you those defensive stats. This is why I'm very, in category leagues, I like to pick up guys with high defensive upside. Because let's just talk about weekly leagues, right? Let's say on average, a team scores around 700 points. And a team on average probably gets 40 steals. Like over here, Matisse Thybulle just got me 4 steals. That's like 10% of a leaguely average. But in order for a guy to make the same impact in the points category, 700 points, 10% of 700 points, it's 70 points. How often does that happen? It just doesn't happen, right? A guy to score 70 points. But a guy to get 4 steals, yes, it happens pretty often. If you look across the NBA, guys pop off, especially, guys with high defensive upside. They just pop off every week or so. So that's what I like, getting those steals and blocks guys to give yourself, just to, can help you win the league. Can help you win that category for the week. Let's move on to the next game. Denver, wow, lost to Wizards. Wizards, if they keep winning, they'll be in the playoff hunt. Denver, sucks. They struggled. Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic. Jamal Murray, in my opinion, is a sell high because with everybody out, and I understand his elbow bothered him a little bit, but I really view him as a top 60, 70 guy. So if he can get a top 50 guy back, and he does have the good name value, he really popped off in the bubble. But as a guard, he doesn't really give you that many assists. Got you 6 here, and he doesn't really give you any steals, and he doesn't get to the line all that often. Right, and he's not like make a three steals per game guy. He doesn't shoot. He doesn't make that many threes. So mainly just the scoring. Obviously, great game from Jamal Murray here, 40 minutes. Jokic also tried 37 minutes. Just every single game giving you such consistent production. 33 points. Just value across the board. Michael Porter Jr. had one of his best games lately. You don't drop him, obviously. 30 minutes here. And this is what I'm talking about. 5 personal foul. Yeah, he's a very low turnovers guy. He can give you the steals and blocks. Good rebound guy. Good efficiency on most nights from the field. That's really great. The only thing he's lacking is probably the assist. Really, really low assist. But everything else is great. Jermichael Green also popped off 30 minutes. 4 blocks. With all the injuries going on, Jermichael Green is worth taking a look. No, Gary Harris, not so much. He used to be such a good fantasy guy. Now I'm not worried about him at all. So in the short term, you can stream Jermichael Green as long as Millsap is out. On the Wizards side, oh boy, the big news is Davis Bertans really popped off. 30 minutes here, 9 for 11. Bertans last year, the past two seasons, he's a really, really good field efficiency guy. Can really hit a large volume of the threes. He only took 11 shots. It's not like he took 20 shots. 11. He's probably averaging close to 11 field goal attempts, and when he has it going, this is what he can do. I'm not convinced he can do this every single game, but it's nice to see him do this. And if you want to take a fly on him, you could. The only value he has is mainly threes and efficiency, but this year efficiency is gone. So you can grab him mainly for threes. He doesn't really offer any other categories. And Wagner started play 3 minutes and never played again. This 3 center rotation on the Wizards, really nobody really has any value, to be honest. If you really need some big man stats, you can stream Alex Len for back-to-back. But in any other situations, don't worry about it. Right? Don't worry about Robin Lopez, actually. He has the lowest upside because he doesn't really block a lot of shots and not a huge rebound guy. Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, they have all the usage. Bradley Beal only took 20 shots here. I guess he just doesn't need to take 30. Good efficiency from the free throw line. 10 assists also. No defensive, 25 points. Pretty strong game. And Russell Westbrook. The efficiency is, 8 turnovers. In a weekly league, a team probably average 80 turnovers. So 8 turnovers, that's 10% of your team's turnover in a week. So that's really scary. 2 for 6 from the free throw line, that's really scary as well. That's epically bad. And 5 for 14 is also bad. The counting stats is really great. I think in your league, if you don't care about the efficiencies, if you don't care about 2 efficiencies, let's say, either the field goal turnover combination or field goal turnover combination, if you don't care about 2 of the 3 efficiencies, I think you should go try to trade for Westbrook, because the Westbrook owner is going to be like, God damn it. This is the Westbrook. 8 turnovers, what the hell? 2 for 6, what the hell? 5 for 15. You can trade for him because he can really give you the other stats, right? The steals has been low this season, but I believe maybe he can turn it around and the block. He can really fill up the stat sheet. So I think you can go really low, to be honest, because in 9 category leagues, his ranking is so bad that you can really, really go low, and can help you win assists, to be honest, and that's already good enough. Rui Hachimura, but he can lose you a lot of categories as well, obviously. Rui Hachimura played 30 minutes. This is what he does, just points and nothing else. Let's move on to the next scene, Indiana Pacers and beating the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Pacers, this game did this game go to overtime? Yes. Sabonis, wow, great game. This is what he can do. As long as he can stay healthy, and the defensive stats just being insane lately. 3 steals and a block. Yeah, the rest of the line I'm not even going to talk about. It's just been so good this season if you ignore the free throws. Right? And just hopefully he can stay healthy. Ranked 41st. Without the free throw, he's probably a top 10 guy. I haven't checked. This is just me saying that. Miles Turner played 30 minutes. He blocked you 4 shots. Right, that's good enough. I think on average, a team is probably gonna average like a regular team gonna average 30 blocks, and Miles Turner blocked 4 shots here. That's like more than 10% of a team's weekly block numbers. That's how scary it is. Like I said, a team on average scores about 700, 800 points, maybe a bit less. 700 points, 10% of 70 points. It's like a guy basically scoring 70 points. Miles Turner blocking 4 shots. That's how big of an impact 4 block shot is. Justin Holiday played high minutes. 9 rebound is nice. You want to roster him. He's really, really low turnover and give you those defensive stats and hit threes, a lot of threes. Malcolm Brogdon also a huge game. The efficiency is there, and the steal numbers I think it's safe to say has fallen off since beginning of the season, but the rest is still so strong. McDermott, you can stream him for points. TJ McConnell finally fall off a little bit. Finally no steals. 6 assists and a block, still a must roster guy. Jeremy Lamb also you want to roster him in the short term with all the guys out. 18 and 8, pretty good efficiency. No defensive stats this game. And on the Timberwolves side, D'Lo is gonna be out, so Ricky Rubio is a must roster, and I think Anthony Edwards as well, because they're gonna give such high, so many opportunities, right? And Malik Beasley, I think he was late to the walkthrough, so he had to come off the bench, but it doesn't matter. He produced 5 threes, 3 steals, 31 points. Malik Beasley has been huge, and he is ranked 61st, and I think he can just stay in the top 70 range, giving you the points and threes mainly on such high volume as well. Anthony Edwards had a pretty rough game. You still hold on to him. The volume is there. The minutes is there. Ricky Rubio, a great game. 13 assists. Yeah, you roster him at least until D'Lo comes back. And when D'Lo comes back, maybe 2 months from now, he still give you good assist numbers. Just playing 20, 25 minutes. Jaden McDaniels interestingly played 37. I think, and Jared Vanderbilt only played 18 minutes. Those 2 guys' minutes are very, very, very up and down. So it will be tough to hold on to either guy. You can stream them only for back-to-backs. Karl Anthony Towns played 37 minutes. Great stuff from Cat. We know he's a great free throw shooter. We know he's good from the field most nights. 30 points, 2 steals and block. Monster. He's a top 5 guy in fantasy, for sure. Naz Reid played 18. He put up big stats. This guy, given the minutes, he can put up big stats, scoring actually. But with Cat coming back, just not enough usage. Not enough minutes. Let's go on to the next team. Detroit losing to the Bulls. Jeremy Grant went off again. He was a bit by low a couple weeks, this week, because he was struggling pretty hard from the field. Right, 26. I think he can be a top 30 guy. Only averaging 0.7 steals actually. I think the steals can go up a bit, but he should be in the range really, really strong. I would say most improved player of the year. Him and Christian Wood, but Wood has been hurt. Really good stuff, 43 points. Mason Plumlee, 33 minutes. Okay numbers, you still hold on to him, but I worry about I would package him and another guy, top 60 guy for like struggling top 30 guy. He doesn't really have long-term value. Maybe he had like another month or 2, we don't know. His value could just disappear overnight. Not due to injury, but due to, the team is not needing to play him. Wayne Ellington, not interested. Dylan Wright is a must roster on this Detroit team. Give you the 3 steals and assist numbers, and that's already good enough. Sadiq Bey looks like a pickup. If he gets consistent 30 minutes, and he was the Eastern Conference Player of the week. He's a rookie. He's going to be up and down. And but you hold on to him, see how well he plays. If he sucks, you drop him. Isaiah Stewart, 15 minutes. At this point, you don't want to touch him. Josh Jackson, 27 minutes. Really throw your free throw, but everything else, he really filled it up. 2 steals in the block. His defensive numbers has been really strong, Josh Jackson. So if you're not worried about the free throw, I would recommend you pick up, because the steals and blocks is there. That's really, really good. And high rebound, 8 rebound as well. And some nights, most nights give you better scoring. And on the Bulls side, they got the win led by Zach LaVine, just another 60% shooting, 3 steals, 37 points. I don't know. I keep saying he cannot maintain shooting 50% from the field. He was never a 50% from the field guy. Never. And he's shooting 52%. Really good stuff. Kobe White, only 24 minutes. I think he got benched in the second half. And, he's just playing bad. There's no... If you playing bad, you deserve to get benched. And Satoransky played 27. But both guys didn't really do much fantasy-wise. But I think this is good. It's just you got to put some pressure on Kobe White as the coach. Gets too comfortable. You got to let him know that, hey, if you're not playing well, I'm going to bench you. So that when you're out there, you're going to play harder. Still no defensive stats. So we don't know what's going on with that. Thaddeus Young, 24 minutes, still filled up the stat sheet. So maybe you don't drop him yet. But if he's not going to play 25 plus minutes, the value is going to, this game's still great. 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, and block. If he keeps putting up stats like this, you still roster him. Really destroy your free throw this game though. Wendell Carter Jr. is a pickup, 7 for 9, 4 for 6 from the free throw line. But if he can get 25 plus minutes, he should grab you a decent amount of rebounds and a bit of everything else. Patrick Williams, 30 minutes, worth rostering, but the upside is pretty low. Garrett Temple didn't really do anything with the high minutes. The next game, Portland Trailblazers, they just keep winning. Damian Lillard might be the MVP with all the injuries going on. They're at the 4th in the Western Conference, pretty stacked Western Conference, and they have won 6 straight with all the injuries going on. Damian Lillard, 40 popped off, 43 points. They played the Pelicans, 43 points, 16 assists. He should be a top 5 guy, to be honest, with everybody out. Really, really good stuff, and the best free throw anchor in the entire league. With Harden's usage go down a little bit. Him and Harden over the years is 1 and 2. 1 steal and a block. Good stuff. Gary Trent Jr. did what he did. A lot of threes and decent points. And Cantor, only 4 rebounds this game, grabbed 21. And the efficiency came back this game. He should be, I view him as a top 50, 60 guy with Nurkic out. Grab you those rebounds. One of the biggest rebound guys in the entire NBA. Robert Covington. I think the battle window on Robert Covington is closed. Damn, he struggled so hard in the beginning of the season. If somehow you got him, congratulations. If you bought low on him, he's still averaging 7.6 points for the season, but the defensive stats are back, right? 2 steals and 4 blocks. I mean, he's not gonna block 4 shots every single game, but good to see him turn it up. And the Blazers, they're playing well. So let's keep doing what Lord, keep doing what you're doing. And 8 rebounds, just great stuff for him. Terry Jones Jr. also give you the defensive stats. He's a defensive stat streamer and can give you some rebound. But back to back, yes, I was streaming. Melo only 20 minutes here, disappointing. He's still worth streaming, I think. And on the Pelicans side, Brandon Ingram struggled, 4 for 12, good from the free throw line. 6 assists is also nice, no defensive stats. This was, hopefully just the steal number is just so low, 0.6, 0.7. That's just so low for a guy that played over 30 minutes, right? Zion Williamson, 12 for 18, another great game from Zion. Bad from the free throw line, but then who cares? You're good punting free throw probably in category leagues. 2 steals. Yeah, Zion has really, in the past month or so, he's been so good. The biggest field goal anchor in the entire league, in category leagues. And 36 points. Steven Adams got hurt. Yeah, you can drop him, to be honest. And William Hernan-Gomez is the pickup in the short term with Adams out. I think ankle sprain, I don't know, a week or 2, maybe more. 30 minutes, 17 rebound. He can grab you those rebounds. So he's worth taking a look. Eric Bledsoe is a drop. Pretty comfortably, I would have looked back. Disappointing. Thought new team, who could contribute, maybe put up some big stats, but just no steals and assist number is low, so not interesting. Lonzo Ball, 36 minutes. And I would rather just trade those points for assists and steals. The assist numbers are pretty low for Lonzo this season. But when he's playing, putting 5 threes, 21 points, can't really complain. Josh Hart got his 30 minutes, unlike last game. Didn't really do much. 6 rebounds and nothing else, and a block. And Kira Lewis Jr., the rookie, getting the 17 minutes while Nikhil Alexander-Walker. Don't know. Maybe Eric Bledsoe gets traded. You want to pick up Carol Lewis Jr. because the coach is not playing Nickeil Alexander-Walker at all. At all. That is surprising surprising to me. The next game is OKC. Okay, so how many games we got? Okay, oh my God, a lot of games got postponed. Otherwise, we got 3 more games left. Let's do it. The next game is OKC losing to Grizzlies. That's no surprise. OKC, they still got some injuries going on. Shea came back, played 33 minutes. Great to see him. Just get back out there. Good from the free throw line. This is the issue with him. This has been an issue with him this season. Shooting 75% from the free throw line. Pretty high volume. And if he can shoot above 80%, he's ranked 50th. And he was getting drafted in the top 25. He can be a top 40 guy, 30 guy, if he can, improve his free throw. And maybe the defensive stats also below. Only 0.8 steals and 0.6 blocks. I see him as a top 30, 35 guy. Great start here, but still no defensive stats. Theo Maledon, you can stream him, but the upside is limited in my opinion. He's a pretty good steals guy, but that's about it. As a point guard, you don't really expect him to give you 6-7 assists because I don't think he's gonna do that. Shea is probably gonna get a majority of the playmaking on this team. Isaiah Roby starting in place of Al Horford. 10 points, 8 rebounds, good stuff. Every time Al Horford is out, you can stream him. And let's see. Once we get to the end of the season, how much value, how many minutes is he gonna play, right? If he gets ever free. Malik Beasley played 31. Shot the ball pretty well, 18 points. But you want to see the defensive stats, right? If no defensive stats, even if the guy averaged 17, 18 points, I'm not too interested. Just pretty empty. He's not even ranked inside of 200. You hold on to him, but he's gonna be up and down, and the no defensive stats. That's the main thing. If he's in blocking you one block shot, I would hold him. No worries. Lou Dort, 29 minutes, one block shot, nothing else. This is just who he is. And Diallo, yeah, you can drop him now. Shea's back. And Kendrick Williams still played 25 minutes. You can still stream him if he gets 25 to 30 minutes, right? But once the minutes fall off, you can drop him. You can drop him anytime, to be honest. 5 rebounds and still, pretty poor this game. On the Grizzlies side, Ja Morant just struggling. 4 for 14. He has basically, in fantasy, he's basically an assist guy. Because the points is low, a good efficiency from the field most nights. The free throw, he's not a great free throw shooter with high volume. He doesn't help you with that, right? Low defensive stats. I mean, and he has such a big name. I wouldn't even try to buy low on him because the owner is not going to give up even a top 50 guy for him. He was also getting drafted really, really high. 19 points, yeah, he can do that. 8 assists and everything else is bad. And no threes for a guard. I would not buy low, and I would sell high to a guy that thinking he's buy low to a league because Ja Morant, a big name. It's like Jamal Murray, a big name, but in fantasy, their game really doesn't really fit because the low defensive stats, no threes. I would try to sell him. Let's see, for like a top 50 guy, I would absolutely do it. I don't think he's gonna be a top 50 guy. The only thing he is really valuable is the assists. I would be very comfortable trading him for. Depend on what you need. Like Mike Conley, I would absolutely do it. Mike Conley can give you the steal numbers and hit more threes. Points maybe like 2 points lower, but everything else is greater. Mike Conley obviously, like the field goal might be a bit rough for Mike Conley, but I would do that trade. Although there's gonna be some injury concern. Like LaMelo Ball, yes. Like for a guy that probably picked up LaMelo Ball off the waiver wire, right? LaMelo Ball is a rookie. Think the owner might think the minutes up and down. And Ja Morant, oh wow, Ja Morant, top 5 point guard in the NBA. I would do that trade. He's a sell high. Sell high, not his production sell high, but his draft position and his name, big name. Grayson Allen, 31 minutes. He's worth streaming, getting 30 plus minutes. Valanciunas, great game. He should give you like 17 points and like 10 boards pretty comfortably. Kyle Anderson hit 2 threes. This year he's been shooting threes and 5 steals. Wow. Scary stuff from him. His steal numbers has been low for this, for the season. After this game, he's probably only averaging, he's 58th ranked player, averaging 1.1 steal after this game. He's a must. I think you want to roster him until JJJ comes back. That's like another month. Dylan Brooks, shot the ball okay, actually pretty bad, sub 40%, but 7 for 7, and a steal. I mean, if he keeps giving us steals, right? I'll still roster him. That becomes 2 categories, not just the points, but also the steals. Tyus Jones, 22 minutes, 4 assists and a steal, and Brandon Clark just started coming off the bench, 24 minutes. You can't stream him, but the value, had a great game here, but it's going to be so up and down if he doesn't get 30 minutes. The rotation is just so weird. Let's go on to the next game. Is this the last game? Yeah, two more games. The Miami Heat losing to Golden State Warriors. I think this game also went to overtime. Jimmy Butler been playing great. Miami Heat been struggling this season. We all agree with that. 41 minutes, a triple-double, 3 steals, really, really strong from Jimmy. He should be a top 15 or 20 guy moving forward. Kelly Olynyk, 23 minutes, up and down. I wouldn't roster him. I would stream him. And Bam, the steals has been low for him this season. Hopefully he can turn that around. But the free throw, that's the surprising thing. The free throw, so good. He become a efficiency specialist because we know his field goal is good. And he can shoot 85% from the free throw line. Yeah, he's a top 20 guy, no questions asked. And with like a top 10 upside because he hasn't really been bringing the defensive stats. Right, 24 points, really good stuff. Duncan Robinson, only threes. Only threes and nothing else, 2 steals. Yeah, Kendrick Nunn, you must roster him with, Goran Dragic out whenever that's going to be. Whenever he comes back 40 minutes. I don't understand mainly the point, but the upside is really there. Tyler Hero grabbed 15 rebounds, 3 blocks, 3 for 15. I don't know why they struggle so hard versus this Warriors team. I don't know. But Miami Heat has been bad this season. Tyler Hero and Kendrick Nunn, you want to roster both of them. The volume is there, but not exciting options, both of them. And on the Warriors side, Draymond Green is out, so Curry also just struggled with Draymond. So I guess that's why Draymond Green is important. Maybe it's just 1 game sample size, but Curry immediately struggled from the field. 5 for 20, took 23s. The fact that he took 23s is interesting. That means Miami Heat is not doing a good job letting him getting off 23s. Shot the ball pretty bad, but 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 11 assists, 2 steals, 25 points. Yeah, he should be a top 3 guy moving forward. He's putting out pretty identical stats compared to 2016. But in this year fantasy, he's not even number 1. Right? That's the scary part. Juan Toscano Anderson, not interested. And they just been playing some weird guys. Kevin Oubre Jr. is back. Good from the field, 3 steals, 8 rebounds, good stuff from him. Good to see him. And Andrew Wiggins, 6 turnovers is bad. 23 points, 8 rebounds, and just hopefully the free throw can sustain at 75% and get us more steals. Block has been fine this season, and Ken Bazemore, that's a surprise. With Draymond Green out, he played 38 minutes. He used to be a really, really good defensive guy, getting you the steals and blocks. This season, just not getting enough opportunity on the Warriors. I mean, with Draymond, he played 38. With Draymond out, he played 38. I don't think it's going to happen every single game. But if Draymond continues to be out, you can grab him. And the last game, Jazz destroyed the Clippers. I mean, no surprise, Clippers without their 2 best players. On the Jazz side, Bogdanovic, this is why you don't roster him full time. I don't understand it's a blowout, but he's not gonna be the guy he was last year. Only 23 minutes here, 5, and Mike Conley is still out. I'm starting to get a little bit worried. Old point guard hamstring. Okay, was it a hamstring? Yeah, really, really worrying. I mean, maybe he come back is not the same guy he was beginning of the season. We'll see. Royce O'Neal, just Royce O'Neal things. Good rebound, good efficiency. Give you, good defensive stats. Rudy Gobert, 32 minutes, had only blocked 1 shot, but 20 rebound. I take it. 23 points. Really destroyed the. Really, they have nobody inside. This Clippers team. old guys, bunch of old guys in what's his name? I'm trying to think. Serge Ibaka is old, yeah. Joe Ingles, you stream him until Mike Conley comes back, can give you the 3 and assists. He did that and great. And Donovan Mitchell, 24 points, 4 steals. Let's go! Finally, the Spider getting the steals. He's 68th ranked. After this game, averaging 0.9 steals. Yeah, if he can give you 1 steal, I'll be happy. And I don't view him as a top 40 guy, more like a top 60 guy, because the steal is low, the efficiency is really, really bad. The turnover this season has been high. So he's like a better version of Jamal Murray. Those counting stats a bit more volume, but still, the game just doesn't fit fantasy, doesn't translate to fantasy that well. Jordan Clarkson, great stuff. Took 23 shots. That's the encouraging thing. Just fire away. 18 points, 2 steals. He's I think a must roster this year. And now on the Clippers side, I think we gotta talk about Paul George a little bit. It's like the Kyrie Irving situation last year. It's not a big deal. It's just a shoulder injury. Let's see what happens. And he's having a bone bruise. What's the word that I don't know what the word is, but it's he's having some bone issues, and I'm starting to get a little bit worried. He's been out for almost 2 weeks. And when he does come back, is he gonna be the same guy, or is he gonna be a long term? Right, we just don't know. I mean, he was out there in the shoot around, but I don't know. He could be out for longer, right? If they do rush him back, and he gets hurt again, I mean, I don't know. I'm starting to get a little bit worried for Paul George. The fact that he's been out for so long, right? And Kawhi Leonard, I'm not worried. I think they just a leg injury. It should be fine. Take some time off, Kawhi. Reggie Jackson, 5 for 12. With all those guys out, you wanna roster him. 5 for 2. We want to stream them. Sorry, and so is Marcus Morris. Had a pretty bad game here. Everybody, the Clippers. Lou Will took 18 shots. He's the guy with the most upside. He's been playing so well. 2 steals and 6 assists here is really good. Patrick Beverley, 23 minutes. He's worth a look in just like even when Paul George and Kawhi come back, because if the minutes are there, he can give you a bit of everything. Zubac, 21 minutes, not too interested. Mainly a streamer for rebounds and field goal. That's it for all the games. I'll see you guys later.